What's going on, everybody? Hot Cheeto Fingers here. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Lemillion figure from Mcfarlane Toys, and this is the Platinum Edition. He comes with a stern head sculpt rather than the regular release, which is a smiling head sculpt. And at first I was a little bothered, but I don't know, I kind of like this one. It looks pretty good considering it's Mcfarlane, and not to knock them or anything, but for some of their anime figures they don't get the likeness quite right, but I think they did a fair job. Overall, this figure looks really good and it's pretty accurate, so yeah. I would have liked the smiling head sculpt, but I'm not too bothered because I was planning to switch out this head sculpt anyways with the World Collectible Figures head sculpt, which I do have, and I will show you guys in a bit. Alright, so for articulation, this dude is pretty limited, but let's go over it. So his head goes up, not much at all. Goes down a pretty good amount. His arms go out. He does have a slight butterfly joint, but it's not, doesn't get much range at all. His arms are sculpted in a way that they're not fully straight, which is kind of weird, but it doesn't bug me too much. Double jointed elbows. He has a hinge on the wrist, swivel. His ab crunch is where he's super limited, so he doesn't get much range at all. Goes back a decent amount, I guess. The thing that sucks the most is like this crotch piece is very hard plastic, so his leg can't go up much at all. He has double jointed knees. His legs go out. He has a hinge and swivel on the ankles. His foot goes up that much. Toe hinge goes back. So yeah, overall this dude is pretty limited, and the cape is pretty hard plastic. So I think with a few modifications, this dude would be a lot more fun. Like if you gave him some more range in the torso, got him a cloth cape, it would really make the figure a lot better. But overall, I'm just happy to have a Lemillion figure, to be honest. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get him in many cool poses, so this will be about the extent of his range. So yeah, you can't really do much with him, but he does look good just standing there. So yeah, if you're cool with that, then I'd say go ahead and pick this guy up. But if you like to mess with your figures and have a bunch of fun with them and take a bunch of cool pictures, this guy won't be able to pull off much, but he does look good just standing there. Alright, so here he is with the World Collectible Figure head sculpt, and I think it looks pretty good. The colors are a bit off compared to the neck, but it's not too noticeable, and yeah, it just looks a lot more accurate to the character. And yeah, this head sculpt fits pretty good and looks really good. The only issue is I had to Dremel it out a bunch, and yeah, if it's pretty tight on the neck, because the neck is pretty thick, so I'm worried that it's gonna scrape the paint eventually. But if you just leave it on there, it should be fine. But yeah, look how good that looks. that looks pretty awesome to me. I think I'll be keeping this head sculpt on him for my display. Some issues I have with this figure are the knees are cast in like a white plastic, so that's gonna rub eventually. You can already see that it's already starting to rub. I think I'm not sure if the legs are cast in white. I hope not, but yeah, there's gonna be like paint bleeding in some spots, so just be careful when you're messing with this figure. But yeah, you can get this head sculpt from, I found mine in person actually. I found it at Target. So you can find it online though. It's pretty cheap. It comes on this little body, which I had to remove it. You just twist it off and then you gotta Dremel the head. But yeah, you can put this one on there. That way you don't waste the little body. And that doesn't look too bad either. But yeah, I'm thinking about modding this figure to give him a little more range in the torso. And yeah, I think it'll be a lot more fun. Alright, so here's Lemillion next to Shigaraki and Todoroki from Mcfarlane Toys. And I looked up their heights, and Lemillion is 5'11", and these two guys are 5'9". So I think the scale is pretty on point, and considering it's Mcfarlane, yeah, I think they did a pretty good job overall with the scale and such. I know some characters are super out of scale, but these are not too bad. Alright, so here he is next to this Weekend All Might Kit Bash using a Marvel Legends body and a Loyal Subjects head sculpt. And he's also here next to this Aizawa, which is roughly around the same height, but looks pretty good. Alright, here he is next to the Figma Deku and Figma Todoroki, and as you can see, they do not scale at all whatsoever. So yeah, you might be able to get away with some like forced perspective shots, but yeah, this doesn't really work. Alright, so here he is next to McFarlane's Violator and a Mythic Legion's Goblin body. And yeah, this looks freaking sick next to him. So this might be like a good monster to put him up against or something. And alright, here he is next to a Hasbro Fortnite Ripley and a Variable Action Hero Sabo. And I think he scales pretty well with these guys. Alright, so for my final thoughts, I think this is a pretty good figure. He's a little stiff, but I don't know, I think he's pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Also, I do recommend picking up this head sculpt. I think it makes him look a lot better. So yeah, that's it for this video, you guys. Thank you. Peace.